Hi, hello, good evening, my dear students. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Kayaka Maths Classes, where you can learn maths with ease and confidence. So today we are discussing module 1 for second semester students for ECE and Triple E branch. So the module number 1 is ordinary differential equation. That is the first topic here is linear differential equation of higher order with constant coefficients. So all of you know that what do you mean by differential equation, isn't it? So if any equation which is having derivative terms, for example, if I say y double dash plus 2y dash is equals to 10, okay? So these are the derivative terms, y double dash and y dash. So any equation which is consisting of derivatives is called as ordinary differential equation or simply differential equation, because y double dash and y dash are ordinary terms, that is d square y by dx square plus 2 dy by dx. Okay, so these we call it as a ordinary differential equations. So the first topic here is linear differential equation of higher order with constant coefficient. So you know already what is the order. So the order of this given differential equation is 2 because it is differentiated 2 times. So higher order in the sense you can have fourth order, fifth order, sixth order, any number of orders you can have, but the degree should be 1. If you say the degree of this equation is the power is 1, so it should be compulsory 1, and the order may be anything. It may be third order, fourth order, or fifth order. Okay, if the degree is 1, we call it as a linear. Okay, let us see the definition. A linear differential equation is said to be linear if the dependent variable and its derivatives are of first degree. What I just said you, so this is y double dash plus y dash minus y is equals to 0. We call this also as the differential equation only, but especially this is called as linear because the degree, that is its power, is 1, but order is 2. Order, it may be anything, but degree should be 1. Such we call it as a linear differential equation. Okay, okay. So now the differential equation is of the form, this is general form. You can see d raised to n y by dx raised to n plus a1 d raised to n minus 1 y divided by dx raised to n minus 1 and so on is equals to phi of x. And here you can find the derivative terms present, and also you can see that some constants are present here. Okay, so a naught, a1, a2, an minus 1, an and so on. We call these things as constants. They may be positive constants or they may be negative constants, and these constants are called as linear differential equations of nth order. So this equation number 1 is a linear because its degree is 1. You can see its power is 1. So it is a differential equation of nth order. Why n? It is differentiated n times. So this differential equation is of differential equation of second order. Okay. So this is about the definition of linear differential equations higher order. Now we have two kinds of differential equations here. So one is, you can see here, homogeneous differential equation and non-homogeneous differential equations. Okay. Now when we say that this equation number 1 is called as homogeneous and when it is non-homogeneous, if you can find there is a RHS value as phi of x. If phi of x is 0, you can see here, if the phi of x value is 0, then we call it as a homogeneous. If phi of x is not equal to 0, which means other than 0, we call it as a non-homogeneous differential equation. For example, d square y by dx square minus dy by dx plus y is equals to 0. So this is a homogeneous differential equation because RHS value is 0. For non-homogeneous, you can write it as 3y triple dash minus 2y double dash plus 10y is equals to e raised to 2x. So here in the RHS you can see there is a function present. If other than 0 present in the RHS, we call it as a non-homogeneous. Otherwise it is homogeneous. This is as simple as that. Now we have two kinds of equations, that is homogeneous and non-homogeneous in the sense we have two different kinds of solutions are there. Let us see one by one. First, let us see solution of homogeneous differential equation. Okay, are you getting this definition? Let us. So the complete solution of homogeneous differential equation is given by complementary solution or complementary function. So mathematically we write it as y is equals to yc. Okay, y is equals to yc. This is the complete solution. You need to remember. So now what is yc or what is complementary function? It is shortcutly written as cf. So how to write yc is very important now. Okay, that we'll see the next. So my dear student, this is very important. There are three kinds of roots where we write the complementary function. Let us see. So method to find complementary function. The first category is if the roots are real and distinct. Distinct in the sense they are different with each other. So we have two cases here. First, for two roots. If your obtained roots are only two, for example, m is equals to 5 comma 2. Okay, 5 is different and 2 is different, so its yc will be the formula c1 e raised to m1x plus c2 e raised to m2x, and you take m1 as 5 and m2 as 5, or you can have 2 comma 5 also, both will have the same meaning. Okay, let us use m1 m2. C1 e raised to m1 is 5x plus c2 as it is, m2 is 2. So it is 2x. This is your yc. You need to remember the formula. You need to remember this formula, and then substitute what is m1 and what is m2. Okay. Similarly, we have for three roots only. Let us see how it can be obtained. Okay. Let us. For three roots. So if you simplify the given differential equation and if you obtain as three roots, that is m equals to 1 minus 2 plus 2. So you can see all the three roots are different with each other. Then we have the formula as yc is equals to c1 e raised to m1x plus c2 e raised to m2x plus c3 e raised to m3x. Just here it is only two terms, so we have c2 m2. So we have three terms c3 m3. If we have four, then add one more term c4 e raised to m4x simply. Okay, now just substitute the value. That's it. Okay, so what are m1? So c1 e raised to m1 is 1. Okay, 1 into x will be x itself plus c2 e raised to m2 is minus 2. You can see here, so it will be minus 2x plus c3 e raised to m3. M3 is plus 2, so it will be 2x. So this is your complementary function. Can you see this? Is it clear now, my dear students? Okay, समझ में आ रहा है सबको? So first category, roots are real and distinct, and these are the formulas. So this is for two roots, and this is for three roots, isn't it? ಮಾಡಬಹುದಲ್ರಿ ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ. Okay. Now we'll move to the next category. That is if the roots are real and repeated. Repeated in a sense, again you will have two kinds of roots. If the obtained roots are 2 for two roots, that is m is equals to minus 3 comma minus 3. Suppose you can see minus 3 is same as minus 3 again. So for such kinds of roots, the formula will be c1 plus c2x into e raised to mx. It is why mx, we have a root as common. Just use c1 plus c2x as it is. E to the power of m is what? 3. Both are same. Sorry, minus 3. So it is minus 3x. So this is your formula to be remembered. Okay. Can you remember it? Just remember this formula. Okay. So we'll have one more form for three roots. If you obtain it as three roots and they are repeated, for example, m is equals to 2 comma 2 comma 2, all the three are same, then what is the formula? Yc is equals to c1 c2x plus c3x square. One term should be added here into e raised to mx as it is. So this is your formula, my dear students. Simple formula. So here we are having only two terms. Here we have three terms. That's it. Just keep all the terms as it is and just use m value as 2. c1 plus c2x plus c3x square into e raised to 2x, because m is 2, and that's it. Isn't it easy, my dear students? Okay. This is for roots are real and repeated, and this is formula for two roots, and this is the formula for three roots. Just remember the formula and dump the values. And one last category is the roots are complex, and you already know the complex root definition. Z is equals to x plus iy, or sometimes they'll mention it as z is equals to a plus ib. You have studied in PUC first year, right? Complex numbers. So this is your real part and this is your imaginary part, isn't it? Okay, let us see. Again, we have only one kind of roots here. Let us see. Okay. Roots are m is equals to 2 plus or minus 3, I suppose. 2 plus or minus 3i. You can compare the standard one. You will get the value of a and b. Just compare karo. A is a real term, so this is 2. A will be 2. Whatever the term with I will be your b. So I के साथ जो भी है वो b रहेगा, तो b का वैल्यू क्या होगा 3. अब फॉर्मूला क्या है उसका, yc is equals to e raised to ax into c1 cos bx plus c2 sin bx. ये फॉर्मूला आपको याद रखना है. इस फॉर्मूला आपको याद रखना है. इसमें खाली क्या करो, ए बी वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट करो. ए का वैल्यू क्या है जी 2 है, जस्ट हियर इट इज 2x. c1 as it is b cos bx, that is cos 3x, plus c2 as it is sin bx is sin 3x. That's it, my dear students. So this is first example for you, isn't it? Just remember this formula. This is very important, and just pick up a and b values from the root and substitute here. Okay, I'll give you one more example on this. If m, that is obtained root, is plus or minus 2i, and this is again a complex number, my dear students. So plus or minus 2i is nothing but what? 0 plus or minus 2i. If nothing is there, so there is a 0, isn't it? So here a is equals to 0 because the real part is missing, and b is nothing but imaginary term. Imaginary term is 2. So again, use the same formula and substitute ab. Therefore yc will be e raised to 0x, because a is 0 here, you can see, and c1 cos bx is b is 2, plus c2 sin bx is again sin is 2. So e raised to 0 is 1, and the remaining terms will be c1 cos 2x plus c2 sin 2x. This is your yc. This is your yc, because e raised to 0x is e raised to 0, that is equals to 1. Did you get it? सबको मालूम हुआ? ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತೇನ್ರಿ? ಆರಾಮ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾ? So remember these three different kinds of roots and write their formulas and substitute the values. The first case here is roots are real and distinct, and this is the formula for, yes, two roots, and this is the formula for three roots. Here you can see, this is the formula for three roots, isn't it, my dear students? Okay. So when roots are real and repeated in the sense same numbers, सेम नंबर रिपीट आया तो क्या करेंगे, -3 -3 2 2 0 0 1 1. सो ये फॉर्मूला यूज करो. दो ही रूट्स आए तो ये फॉर्मूला यूज करो. अगर तीन रूट सेम आया तो ये फॉर्मूला यूज करो. ठीक है. समझ में आ रहा है? ये लास्ट कैटेगरी है। रूट्स आर कॉम्प्लेक्स, कॉम्प्लेक्स का मतलब आपका आंसर में आई प्रेजेंट होगा, सो 2 ± 3i। सो इसका कंपेयर करो, ये स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म है, ये दिस इज योर स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म, कंपेयर यू विल गेट a and b, just substitute in this formula, this is your complex roots yc, complementary function. Okay, and I have given one more example here. Okay, is it clear, my dear students? Okay, so all of you practice it and write the formula once, twice, or thrice. Definitely you can solve this problem, because this complementary function is very important, and this will be used for all the problems which you are going to solve in the whole module. Okay, in the whole module the yc is common to all the problems. If you are solving 15 examples, you need to write 15 times yc compulsory. So try to understand. If you don't understand, watch the video one more time and practice the formula. Definitely you'll get it, no problem. Okay, so we'll see you in the next class with the next topic, that is some of the problems on homogeneous. Okay, then we'll see non-homogeneous problems. Okay, thanks for watching the video. Stay tuned for more videos on engineering mathematics for second semester students. Thank you.